In this video, I'm going to be talking about the best ways to write and design your emails. This is so important to get right so you can make a great first impression. So let's start with writing. When you start writing an email, there are a few things you need to think about, and these are the headline, subject, the body copy, pre-header text, and any call to actions you want to use. The subject line is the first thing someone sees when they go to check their emails, who it's from and the subject. They also see the pre-header text, which I'll be talking about in a moment. So you want your subject line to be catchy, engaging, and to pull people in to open your email. It needs to effectively describe what's in the email so people know what they're opening and don't get confused or the content isn't relatable. Be clear and concise and get your message across quickly. People won't spend ages on one email, so you want to grab their attention and keep it so they open your email and see your content. The length of a subject line can be anywhere from a few words to a sentence. There is no wrong or right answer. The important thing is to keep it to the point and don't write anything which doesn't relate to the content. This is the little bit of text which is underneath your subject line. A lot of people actually forget about this, but it's a good idea to use it, and it can complement your subject line and pull people in to open your email even more. So once someone has opened your email, one of the first things they're going to see is your headline, which is a big statement to what your email is about. The body copy is your message, which is the email itself, and this is anything you want your subscribers to know about or be interested in. And the last thing someone sees is your call to action. They've read your email, they've seen your body copy, so what do you want them to do next? Go to your website, buy a product, go to your social media. Think about what they could do after they've read your email, which will carry on the conversation and help with your business goals. This is where an effective call to action comes in to drive people to take that next step, carry on their journey with you down your marketing funnel. By the way, if you're wondering what a call to action is or what a funnel is, then you're in for a treat because both of these things are the power horses behind your business, and without them, you'll struggle to be successful. So if you haven't implemented or you don't know about these yet, make sure to watch our video explaining these to you and getting you going. We'll link both in the description for you. You might be thinking, what do you do if you're not a writer or you're not confident in writing emails? Well, you could ask friends or people you work with, or you could get in touch with someone locally who might be great at writing emails but needs your skills in return, so you can help each other out. Otherwise, just practice and you'll get better. Get your friends and family to read your emails so they can give you feedback on how you could improve. With practice, you'll get better and better and more comfortable talking about your business or service. It will just come naturally. Remember to think about your brand and the message you want to tell people. Think about the style or the voice of your brand and how you want it to come across to people who will be reading your emails. So if you have a blog where you write how you feel about things or reviews on different products, or you're a travel blogger, or the next up-and-coming fashion and style guru, makeup vlogger, your personality and style should be reflected in your emails as well as your social media. This is a great way to determine what content is best for your audience. A/B testing is basically testing two different pieces of content or metrics with your subscribers to see how they react to each of them. So as I said in a previous video, it could be pieces of content or data such as their zip code or the ages of their children if you have a children's clothing brand. But it can also be things like the time of day you post to Facebook or send emails out, your subject line, your call to action, even the day that you post. You can test these all out by changing the time of day or the type of Facebook post and see how things go, because this is a great way to determine when the best time to post is and what content your subscribers like most. Then you can create more of that content and post it at those times your subscribers are most active. Now you know what your strategy is, who you're talking to, and what your content is, it's time to think about the design or look of your emails and get it ready to be sent out to your subscribers. When you're putting your email together, it can be as simple or as complex as you make it. Neither one is better, it just depends on your skill level. But what matters the most is to be very clear about what people should see and what you want them to do once they read your email by including a clear call to action. You might have lots of images of new products you've just got in, a paragraph or two about them, and a clear call to action, which could be to visit your website and take a closer look at these new products. Just keep in mind your brand and your message when creating the look and feel of your emails. You want to use the same font, colors, and type of imagery associated with your brand and website. And the font should be one that is supported in most web browsers, so you know when people are reading your emails, it's looking great on any device. You don't need to design a new look every time you send an email either. You can have just a few different templates to use for different emails you send out. And this is all done for you in MailChimp. You have lots of templates to use, or you can work with a graphic designer or web developer to create these templates. If you want to hire someone, a great place to start is Fiverr.com, where you can find someone to help you out, and all you do is post an advert for what you need, and people will send you estimates and how they can help you. But as I said, MailChimp has everything you need already done for you. And in the next video, I'll be taking you through this, creating email and campaign. So we know that a call to action needs to be clear so your subscribers know what to do next. But you also want them to be visually recognizable, so someone knows that they can do something. You can achieve this by creating graphics or images that tell people what to do next, like buttons, links, text that says click here. Just make sure it's obvious visually that they know what to do next for more information. MailChimp makes it easy to upload and use images, and they also stay on there so you can always have them ready to use. Some email providers might not show your images, so you can use alt text, which will provide a small description of where the image should be, instead of just a blank space or error message. This can happen if they have images turned off in their email clients, or they might be viewing your campaign from a device that doesn't support images. It may seem like a small thing, but if your images aren't showing up, it can completely change the look and the feel of your campaign. It could be the difference between someone taking action or just deleting the email. Alt text is also important for your SEO and ranking high in search engines. If you don't have any images yet, you need to think about what kind of images you need for your campaigns. You don't have to use images, it might be good just to have your call to action in your body copy. Just make sure any images that you do use relate to your brand and they fit in with your template. And if you don't know where to look or you're finding it hard to find images, we've done the hard work for you because we found some great websites that you can use, plus we've put together a set of images for you to use completely free so you can get started straight away building your campaign. So what size pixels does it need to be? Remember, you can edit your images in MailChimp like we did earlier. You can scale it up or down with the built-in editor. You also want to keep in mind the file size of your images. You don't want your emails to take ages to open because your subscribers won't want to wait and they may move on. So it's a good idea to set up some accounts on different email services. So once you've created your email, you can send it to yourself to test and make sure it looks good and everything works. MailChimp also has a design guide you can have a look at while you're designing your emails. You can find it over at mailchimp.com/resources/email-design-guide. And it takes you through each section and gives you tips and more information on each area from subject to call to action. But we've got you covered because in the next video, I'll be showing you how to create your first email campaign in MailChimp so you can follow along with me step by step.